Hey, what's up CG fam? Today I'm going to show you guys how to deep clean, condition, shine, and protect your interior in the fastest and easiest way possible. Let's get started. Alright guys, so to start off this cleaning process, we're going to go ahead and start off with the hard surfaces like the plastics on the door panels, the dashboards, and all much more. So we're going to be using our Nonsense all-purpose cleaner, and we're also going to be pairing it with a variety of cleaning brushes. The first one I'm going to be using is our Horsehair detailing brush, and this is great because it's a soft brush, it foams up very nicely with the product, and it's nice and wide, so it's going to go ahead and allow us to cover a large surface area at once. What I like to do when it comes to tight surfaces like door panels is I actually like to spray directly into the bristles of the brush. And this just kind of helps coat the bristles, that way they're nice and coated and they start activating the suds much better within the bristles. You can spray the surface directly. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and spray directly into the brush, and then I'm going to start agitating the surface. And then I want you guys to pay attention to just how amazing Nonsense starts foaming up when activated by that nice soft horsehair brush. Now, the reason we're using a brush in the first place is simply because this area, this surface that we're working on is textured. Now, when you have textures on the surfaces that you're working on, if you try to clean it with a microfiber towel and like just trying to spray the cleaner and wiping it down, you're not really going to achieve a deep clean because you're not going to get that stuff that's really embedded in the cracks and the crevices of the material itself. So to deep clean your interior surfaces, you always want to make sure to use a brush, whether it be one of these soft horsehair bristle brush. You can also use a boar's hair detailing brush. In this case, as you guys can see, I'm easily cleaning this part of the door panel without any kind of excess residue of the cleaner dripping down. And that way we don't waste our product and we make the best use of it. After you do a certain section of your vehicle, you want to go ahead and grab a workhorse towel. In this case, I'm going to be grabbing the yellow ones because that's the ones that we dedicate for interior cleaning. And I'm going to wipe down the small section that I've done so far. And would you check that out, you guys? Whoever would have thought that that much amount of dirt and grime and body oils are accumulated on this door panel? Just because the door panel looks dark and it doesn't look dirty, well, whenever you actually deep clean it with a product like Nonsense and a brush, these are the kind of things that you unveil. So now that we've gone ahead and cleaned it, we can go ahead and continue with the rest of the door panel. I'm actually going to move on to over here. I still have this section that I'm going to do, but I want to show you guys the other brush that I'm going to be using today, which is going to be our boar's hair detailing brush. And as you guys can see, it's nowhere near the length or size of the horsehair detailing brush. This is much more narrow, it's softer, and this is going to go ahead and allow us to go deep into crevices like these window buttons, the lock buttons, and all this stuff. So to use it, especially like on this area as well, we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. Spray directly into the bristle of the brush. And then we're just simply going to go ahead and start agitating it on the surface. And check it out, we get that nice little lather. That lather is going to go ahead and uplift all the dirt and grime embedded on the material, and it's also going to help us get into hard to reach areas as well as not scratch any kind of sensitive areas. So if you do have any kind of glossy areas or very sensitive plastics on your interior, this is a great brush to utilize. That way you don't cause any kind of damage from any kind of heavy aggressive scrubbing. One of the great things about Nonsense is that it's an all-purpose cleaner, so you can not only use it on vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces, but you can also use it on fabrics as well. I'm going to show you guys right here. So I'm going to spray some Nonsense directly onto this cloth material. And then I'm also going to grab my Nifty detailing brush here, spray some on there as well, and then we're going to go ahead and start agitating the surface. And this is going to help uplift any kind of dirt, grime, and body oils that are trapped in the material. This door does have a lot of sunscreen and makeup stains on it, so there is a ton of stuff of that on here. So we're just going to go ahead and scrub it very nicely. And then once you do a certain section of it, you can go ahead and grab your towel once again, buff it down, just give it a quick little wipe down, and this is going to help uplift any kind of dirt and grime that you've extracted onto your microfiber towel. That way it soaks it up and it picks it up off the surface and you don't have any kind of stains to deal with anymore. So as you guys can see, this looks great. It removed basically all the stains very quickly, very easily, very effortlessly, should I say as well. Check it out. I know this one wasn't as dirty as the other ones, but you can definitely tell that this was dirty because this was the area that I wiped. This is the original color of the towel, so pretty big difference there. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with the rest of the door panel. We're gonna move on to the dashboard and all the other hard plastics on the interior, and then we'll be right back with you guys for the next step in this detailing process, which is conditioning, shining, and protecting them. All right guys, now that we're done cleaning all the hard plastics on the interior, it's time to go ahead and shine them. But before I do, I'm just gonna go ahead and vacuum very quickly before we get to those VRP wipes. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right guys, so we just finished vacuuming the interior and now it's time to add some shine and protection to all the surfaces that we've already cleaned. So you guys saw we cleaned all the hard plastics like the door panels, the center console, the dashboard and more. Now we're gonna go ahead and enhance a nice bold high shine, condition the surface and protect it all in one single step using our VRP wipes. VRP is actually very easy to use. All you have to do is open up the flap, pull out a wipe and start wiping. Before I do that, I'm actually gonna tape down this door panel. That way you guys can get a better sense of what it's actually doing, just because I know on video it's a little bit difficult to kind of see what's going on. So I'm gonna show you guys a very, very clear before and after. Oh. All right guys, so now that I have that tape on there, for the most part, I'm gonna try my best to just kind of keep it lined up. I'm gonna grab my VRP wipes, and like I mentioned once before, open up the flap, go ahead and pull out a wipe. You can go ahead and close that up, and you can actually store it in your vehicle. Just keep it in there nice and compact, out of the way. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab our wipe and simply start wiping down all the plastics. So right away, as you guys may see on camera, is that it's gonna start shining the surface. It's gonna make it look much darker, much deeper, much bolder. Now, if you have plastics like this, on this car, it's a 2004, so as you can imagine, there was nothing on here to begin with, and we also cleaned it with our Nonsense all-purpose cleaner. So that Nonsense did an incredible job of removing any kind of previous dressings that were sitting on the surface. So if you wanna plan to start fresh, Nonsense paired with the Horsehair detailing brush is a great way to do that. You simply deep clean the surface to remove any kind of dirt, grime, body oils, and previous dressings. That way, when you apply a fresh coat of dressing like I'm doing right now, it's gonna bond and adhere properly and look its best, shine its best, and last its longest. So I'm just continuing to apply it to the door panel here. I'm gonna try to perfect this little line right here. That way you guys can see a nice hard 50-50. And as you guys can see, one of the great things about these wipes is that they're extremely flexible. So if I go over here to the door handle, I can go ahead and wrap my hand around the door handle to easily coat all these intricate, hard to reach areas, the power buttons for the windows, the lock button, the window lock button as well. So it makes it very easy to just simply get into all these hard to reach places. And the last great thing about these wipes is that they can be used anywhere. So you can have them in your car, keep them in your backpack, keep them in your purse or anything like that for on-the-go conditioning, shining, and protection. So not only do these shine the surface, but they also provide a nice durable layer of protection. So if protection is what you're looking for, maybe you have your car parked outdoors all day and you want to make sure that it's protected against those harsh UV rays. These wipes are going to help keep your interior protected. That way those harsh UV rays don't dry, crack, or discolor your interior surfaces. So enough with the talking. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape right here so you guys can check it out. So you guys see right there a nice clean 50-50 of what a conditioned versus unconditioned side looks like. So on the right side, you'll see it's conditioned with their VRP, looks much darker, much bolder, it's shiny, and it's protected. And last but not least, dry to the touch. So you don't have any kind of oily film lingering around. You don't have any kind of greasy feel or greasy look or anything. It looks great, dry to the touch, and that's gonna go ahead and last for months. So if you applied it properly by cleaning and prepping the trim, you should have no issues getting a couple months of amazing shine and protection on your interior. All right, guys, so now that we are done with the door panel, I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing the rest of the door. For all you guys that are wondering if I'm gonna finish it, yes, don't worry, I'll show you guys the final results. But I'm also gonna move on to doing the rest of the vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces, such as the dashboard, the door panels, center console, and anything else that we cleaned up that we wanna shine and protect. We're gonna go ahead and coat those surfaces with our VRP wipes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now, and we'll be back with you guys to show you guys the final results on the Scion TC's interior. All right, guys, and that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the entire detail on the interior of the Scion TC. As you guys saw, we made an incredible transformation from when we first started. This thing looks like it was covered in all kinds of crumbs, french fries and stuff on the ground. The panels were dirty. They had sunscreen and makeup all over them. They had body sweat, dust and grime sitting everywhere on the interior. We deep cleaned it with our Nonsense all-purpose cleaner and our Horsehair detailing brush, and then we proceeded to conditioning all those vinyl, rubber, and plastic surfaces with our all-new VRP wipes. And check it out, you guys, this thing looks incredible, and I have no doubts that the owner of this vehicle is going to love how his car turned out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a huge like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, if you guys want to pick up any of the products that we showed in today's video, you know where to find them, chemicalguys.com, or swing by your local detail garage store. As always, my name is Joey, this is Chemical Guys Detail Garage. I'll see you guys next time.